take somebody to pull their coat, somebody that's with tact and shit, they know how to tell a nigga some shit without hurting his feelings or make a nigga, and then be able to back a nigga down if a nigga act like his feelings hurt and want to, bristle up and shit. But the point was, how hip hop, man, like it's like, and hip hop is the only genre of music, whereas the pioneers, or what they call the old school motherfuckers, the one that paved the way for the niggas that's doing it now, they consider like fossils and shit. It's like in hip hop, when you get to a certain age, it ain't cool to be rocking the mic no more. But it's a goddamn art form, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying earlier about in country music, motherfucker like Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson still getting $100,000 a show, and all the other artists that coming up behind him and shit. You know what I'm saying? He like they icon. They go sit down and chop it up with him. You know what I mean? To find out how the game really go and shit. But hip hop is like the point I was making was the seeds of destruction implanted in hip hop. Just the whole motherfucking the way hip hop is handled. It's like if you're a young buck coming out the gate, you full of fire, you got record selling and shit, then you the shit, right? You ain't really supposed to respect the old. That's the point I'm trying to make. Mm-hmm. The young motherfuckers don't respect the pioneers of the game. You can't tell me no other fucking genre of music, organization, or any other type of anything where people involved, where the people that started the shit, or the pioneers, or the so-called old school, you can't show me no other example of that, man, in this fucking country, where the new people that come in don't have no respect for the old people. If a nigga still, this saying for a nigga like, who was hot? Say a nigga like LL, right? Yeah. If LL just busts out with an album right now, niggas ain't gonna listen to the album. They're gonna be like, man, that old ass nigga rapping. But that's fucking crazy if you think about it. Everybody talk about hip hop is an art form and rapping and all that shit is an art form. So since when is there a motherfucking age limit on a goddamn art form? You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's the point I'm making. I'm 45. And I'm telling my nigga, I have full confidence in saying that you can put me up against the hottest, so-called hottest poet in the country. And I guarantee you, I guarantee you that he ain't finna push me to the side. You know what I mean? And matter of fact, I go a step further, man. Shit, I am probably hotter than the hottest poet, but based on the shit that I'm talking about and the fact that I talk about it the way I talk about it. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to, and all that shit niggas be doing. You know what I'm saying, man? Nah, man, it's a conversation. If you listen to everything I do, it's a conversation. It's from the beginning to the end of that motherfucker. I'm talking to somebody. When I write that shit, I got a particular person or a particular group of motherfuckers in mind. But niggas got to respect the elders in hip hop. Old school niggas should be able to put out an album just as quick as a young nigga. Matter of fact, he should be able to put it out even easier without all the fucking politics, simply because if it weren't for these old school motherfuckers, the new niggas wouldn't be no roads to walk on, man. So niggas gotta respect, you gotta respect it, man. There is no fucking age limit on goddamn hip hop, cause hip hop is an art form. Then send motherfucker tell Picasso, hey man, nigga, you get old as a motherfucker, you need to quit painting. Then anybody tell Gordon Parks, you getting old as a motherfucker, man, you need to quit taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, you know what I mean? Can't nobody logically explain to me why hip hop is like that, man. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. It's fucked up because what's gonna happen is the same thing in 50 years from now, when motherfuckers start talking about hip hop and its origin, it's gonna be a big ass picture of Eminem or some motherfucker like that pop up, just like with jazz. You go to the fucking jazz festival in wherever on whatever island they having the big jazz festival on. The headline is some motherfucker like Kenny G or Michael Bo. You know what I'm saying? Just some old corny shit, man. And that's what's gonna happen to hip hop, man. And niggas are always at odds with each other. Niggas like we talking about dude, you know what I mean? Early day. How the fuck you just got a rap song where you just dissing abstract motherfuckers? You know, everybody hating on you. Nah, nigga, that's in your motherfucking mind. So the bottom line is, man, it ain't no age limit. It shouldn't be. Like I was telling you when I was on the highway. I called Sway Show. Yeah. On the satellite radio, man, and the nigga from the Juice Crew I can't think of this nigga's name because he was so everything he was saying was on point, and he turned around and wrecked the nigga. You know what I'm saying? On some battle shit. But his name gonna come to me in a minute. But that's what put the thought on my mind. Like, why is it that hip hop got an age limit or rapping got an age limit? The raw reality of the situation is, nigga, that's another fucking expression of the fucking slave mentality. You know what I mean? What they call the Willie Lynch theory and shit, where you pit motherfuckers old against the young, the light skin against the dark skin, the curly hair against the nap hair. It's the same thing, man. And niggas ain't really realizing, man. You come into the game, and even Pac was guilty of that shit. When and much as I love Pac, you know what I'm saying? But the truth is the truth. Who was he talking about? Niggas rapping like Larry Holmes, flabby and shit, trying to play a hit on my shit, can eat a fat dick. He was talking about not PM Don. I forgot, it was an old school rapper motherfucker had made a comment about him. And but the point was him and Pac had a legitimate argument, I guess. But my point is Pac made the statement, niggas rapping looking flabby and shit. Why can't a motherfucker get fat and still rap? Why can't a motherfucker have gray hair and still rap? You know what I'm saying? It's an art form. I never understand. There's some old nigga shit that comes straight up out the motherfucking slave mentality. Now, I know this shit going a different direction, but this the motherfucking direction it goes, because that's where this shit stems from. There is no other genre. Folk music, rock music, metal music. What's the motherfucker that be on, he on the American Idol show? That Steven Tyler?
Yeah.
That motherfucker look like death walking. You know what I'm saying? He look like walking death. I ain't trying to check him, but he do look like walking death. But that motherfucker still play music. He still make music. Nobody tell him you too old to be playing rock music.
With a big ass crowd.
With a big ass crowd. What's his name came to town this year? I want to say it was Journey or the Eagles, one of them big ass rock bands and shit. Man, you should have seen the motherfuckers there. The people that was there was the same age as them motherfuckers. Old ass men, old ass couples going. So why is it that hip hop is a fucking age limit on it, man? It's ignorance on the behalf of nigga. It's a niggas, and it's just a further motherfucking example, proven example of the slave mentality. You know what I mean? Cause how you gonna be? That's like you being mad at your daddy for being your dad and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Some dumb shit.
Hey, like, why you ain't dead yet, man? I'm in my 30s, nigga, you still living. Why you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the same fucking stupidity, man. So niggas gotta realize, and everybody said hip hop wasn't going. They said it was a fad when I was coming up. I was a young teenager. They was talking like as if there was such thing as an old teenager. Oh, nigga, at least I can catch myself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They was saying when Run DMC, cause they just really blowed it up when I was a youngster, man. You know what I mean? And people were saying that's a trend. And all the fucking hip hop artists were saying, no, this is an art form. It's gonna last a long time. What, 40 some years, probably almost 50 years later, it's still here. But the niggas that's doing it now gonna kill it off, because an old motherfucker, right? Like the dude Knowledge Nick fucking with. Old school Memphis nigga, Tom Ski, right? I mean, I be checking him out on Facebook, and it's just a tone in the conversation. Anybody never said nothing direct, but it's just a tone in the conversation that it's harder for a rap veteran to come back out. That should not be the case. Nah. When an old school nigga put some shit out, man, motherfuckers need to be all over it, even if it ain't even just proper. You know what I'm saying? Now, on the other hand, if you got a 35, 40, 42, 45-year-old nigga coming out rapping about, you know, some rims and some killing a nigga and XP and all that, he might have a motherfucking point on that. He might need to pull a nigga to the side. But just like a fucking visual painter, visual artist, he started out as a young motherfucker, he or she started out as a young motherfucker, and they get better and deeper into their art. Well, that should be the same thing happening with hip hop. You know what I mean? If you start out rapping, of course a young nigga gonna rap about some young nigga shit, cause he a young nigga. You know what I'm saying? Unless he's some type of fucking prodigy or something. But as he grow older and continually make music, you should see the growth in his music. You know what I mean? It should not be no age limit, man. It's just some crazy shit. I don't understand why niggas do it, man. But that, I'm bullshitting. I do not understand why niggas do it. It's that fucking slave mentality. And I'm finna get all the way off the motherfucking subject now, nigga, since you record me. What niggas gotta realize, when I use the term nigga, don't get offended, that's a generic term that I use to describe a particular group of people. But what black people gotta realize that in order to make a group of people slaves, you had to break them motherfuckers all the way down. You break everything but their physical abilities, because that's what you're gonna get your money off of, their physical abilities, right? So time passed, niggas were slaves for centuries and all that, hundreds of years, all this shit, you know, the rhetorical shit that motherfuckers say when they talk about slavery. But at another point, something happened when they say, okay, niggas, y'all free now, right? Cool, niggas free. But ain't nobody never went back and fixed the damage that was done. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the spiritual, you take a motherfucker's God, you take a motherfucker's language, you take a motherfucker's culture, you take how a motherfucker deal with their family and in the tribe and the village and all that, and you break that down and get in some homogenized shit called American culture, right? And then you take the shackles off that and be like, y'all straight, man, y'all ain't gonna be slaves no more. You know what I mean? So how do you expect motherfuckers to react? So what I'm doing is I'm fussing at niggas, but then at the same time I'm showing love to niggas too. That's how you do your kids. Once you whoop their ass and discipline them, you let them know you love them. Well, I'm getting on niggas' ass about doing some stupid shit like saying you can be too old to rap. But at the same time, now I'm explaining to you why you got that mentality. So now when you see this shit or hear this shit, you can start working on yourself and stop saying stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? Because we were damaged severely ain't even strong enough word. Whatever the deepest word for severity, severity is, whatever a deeper word is, we were damaged on a level that you can't just take the shackles out and be like, y'all free to go. Because if you look at it, the same relationship, and I'm totally out the fucking subject now, the same relationship that Africans, niggas, black folks, slaves had with the Europeans, white, slave master, whatever motherfucker, the same relationship is still in existence. People of color in America give forth their labor to fortify the wealth of the Caucasian, the white folk. I'm trying to be politically correct, but I ain't really good at this shit. So niggas give up their labor to fortify the wealth of white folk, man. And that mindset right there is the mindset that would allow a motherfucker to say that you too old to rap. So the moral of the story is, the motherfucking bottom line is, if you're an artist, there is no age limit on being an artist. Like I said, I'm 45 years old. I just did a show with Hype Life a couple of days ago, and I feel comfortable saying that most of the motherfuckers on this show, I'm old enough to be their father, with the exception of Duchess. You know what I'm saying? But Virgo's a pretty young dude. Juju, a pretty young dude. And it was another chick that was off the fucking chain. I can't think of her name.
Angelique.